How do you handle doctor's visits when you're a digital nomad and you are pregnant? Honestly, this is one of the questions that I've gotten the most since I announced my pregnancy, since people know I'm a digital nomad. I got asked a bunch of other questions as well. If you are curious about that video, it's gonna show up on here. All the questions that we were asked when we announced our pregnancy. And the thing is, it's a bit of an odd case. We're a digital nomad married couple. We are in our early 30s and we travel the world together as we work online. My husband has a remote job. I run a thriving marketing agency and we are pregnant. We are pregnant with our first kid. So we are super excited to be sharing this journey with you. I am documenting my pregnancy week by week and I'm documenting how I am baby proofing my business, essentially getting my business ready for maternity leave. I would like my business to carry on thriving whilst I take time to really focus on my baby. So that's what's going on in this series. Subscribe for more. A lot of business is sexy and a lot of it is not. A lot of it is systems, integrations, operations, and that is what this week has been about. Really, I have been geeking out on the integration between Slack and Notion. It is something that is going to revolutionize the way that we work in my team, and I am super excited to be making this change, especially as I prepare the business for my maternity leave. I want to give my team the best tools and the best systems so that they can work really smoothly without me. All right, so it's time for the week 17 bump update. Here we are. It's my bump. It's my baby bump. Also had a big breakfast today, so it's my food baby bump. It's my baby bump. So this is my whole overall barriguita update. I feel pretty good. I feel like I've been eating really well the past couple of weeks. So obviously I feel like I'm gaining weight, but it doesn't feel like, it feels like I'm gaining weight in the right places rather than, like I don't feel like I'm getting fat, which is obviously a good feeling if you don't want to get fat. Anyway, today it's Good Friday and we have a half day, both myself and my husband. We canceled our team meetings to give people a little bit of flexibility in how they want to structure their day. People are still working, but it's like a chill work day. I have just 2 short calls and afterwards, after lunch, we are gonna take the afternoon off and we're gonna go for a little hike and we are going to watch the sunset on the other side of the island. So I'm really excited for that. So I got dressed for the hike in my bottoms, but I do have some Zoom calls. So here, top up, I'm getting dressed for Zoom. That is what is going on here. And in general, update on my business. This week has been a fairly chill week. I guess we've been working on a workflow with a new client, a new contract with an existing client. So that's been fun and also just needs a little bit of tweaking. I think it's gonna take us a couple more weeks before we get to a good rhythm. But oh my God, I am so excited about Slack and Notion. We've been using WhatsApp to communicate as a team for more urgent things. Like we use Basecamp for task management, but we weren't finding it very useful for day-to-day communication. So we've been using mainly WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not a business tool. I was looking into Slack. One of my clients went on Slack, and as I went on Slack and I went on their Slack account, I was like, ooh, this is interesting and honestly amazing. Like the things that Slack can do and the things that Slack can do when you integrate it with Notion. And just for context, we use Notion for all of our content management. So all of our content for all of our clients lives on Notion somewhere. And you can do automations like if somebody changes the status of something on Notion, then somebody else gets notified on Slack. If you get tagged on Notion, you get tagged on Slack. If you have an idea on Slack and you want to move it over to a new card on Notion, you can do that. So I am just like geeking out over here. Also getting ready for my calls, it's now. I am geeking out over here with all the different integrations, all the different things you can do. I am just really excited for what we're doing. So I'm gonna take some time today to record some videos of our new Slack-based workspace and the way we're gonna be working with the team. It's gonna be transition next week. I haven't spoken to my clients about this yet. I wanna give them the option because some of them I know aren't gonna use Slack. So we're gonna keep communication with them on WhatsApp just so it's a bit more direct. I don't want us to go to email, but if any of them are willing and able to move over to Slack with us, then I'm gonna be very excited about that too. So that's what's going on in my business this week and that's my barriguita update. Also, fun fact about pregnancy, I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like when I speak really fast, I'm out of breath. Is that normal? I don't know. I think I'm gonna Google or ask my doctor or something, but I don't know. I feel like I get out of breath a lot faster than I used to, which is really weird. This week we also go on a little doctor's visit. We head to the city. We're currently staying in Florianopolis, which is an island, and we are on a village on the east coast of the island, and the city is on the west coast. So essentially we got on an Uber across the island to go over to the doctors and just make sure that everything was okay with the baby. It was so exciting to see the baby. We actually got to see his like rib cage and his spine, and I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting that in the ultrasound. I don't think I had ever seen a video or an image of an ultrasound where it was also detailed. So when she put the thing on my belly and I saw the rib cage and the spine, I was like, oh my god, that's like it's a real human in there. And obviously it was already a real human in there, but you know what I mean. I was just not expecting to see that level of detail, and the way that he moved, like he would stretch and he would, you know, go like this, and it was just adorable and beautiful to see. So I absolutely love that, and also just a reassurance from the doctor that everything is in fact okay. We don't need to go to the doctors again. If I continue to feel okay, we don't need to go for another scan for another couple of weeks, and we're going to be in Portugal for that next one. So stay tuned if you want to see that visit. Okay, so it is Monday morning of week 17, and I have been up since about 5 a.m. I got up to pee at some point in the night, and I couldn't get back to sleep again. So I just got a rotten egg, which ruined a whole batch of eggs, by the way, which is why I'm doing the whole crack one egg and then you put it in a bowl and then you crack the other one, because I don't know if there are any more rotten eggs around here. Anyway, so I went to the gym after doing some journaling and some meditating. I had a really good meditating session, and I'm glad that I was up early today because we've got kind of different day ahead. We are going to town center of Florianopolis. That is where the city is essentially. The whole island is technically the city, but you can tell it's just like a bunch of little villages on an island, and then the town center where there's, you know, more city kind of things. And we are going to the doctor's. Our appointment is until 2 p.m. The reason we're going earlier is I have a call at 1 p.m. My husband has a call at 12. So we just want to make sure to not burn this omelet. Look at this. Look at this pretty omelet. 3 egg whites, 1 egg, spring onions. We want to make sure we have time for calls. We're going to go to a cafe near where the doctor's office is, and we're going to do some work before we go to the doctor's. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to ask the doctor some questions. Yeah, I have some questions. I haven't been to a checkup in a month and a half, and I just have some basic questions. I just went through a cold and I didn't take anything for it really, and I want to make sure that if I get a cold again, I know what I can and what I can't take, and I don't really want to depend on Google for this kind of stuff. Also, just some questions about some things I've been feeling. Supposedly the baby's meant to be moving by now. Like, it's been moving. He's been moving for a while now, but I haven't felt him move. I felt feelings, like I felt sensations of stuff going on, but it's not like an obvious movement, and that just worries me, you know? Are these movements? Are these not movements? Or is this just my digestion? I don't know. So I want to ask questions around that. Of course, we'll get a scan just to make sure that everything's okay. So that's what's happening today. Come along for the ride. By the way, the man got me a new hat. It was a pregnancy craving, this hat. I haven't had any cravings really, so that's what we're going with. This hat was my first pregnancy craving. Wow. that's it for this week, and we only have a few more weeks left here in Florianopolis, so stay tuned for what we're doing to make the most of this beautiful island for the next few weeks as my belly grows, and then we are heading for our next adventures. In fact, next week's videos is all about all of our life plans for the rest of the pregnancy and our adventures, and also you get to see what a Brazilian buffet is like. Trust me, this is an experience that you do not want to miss out on, so make sure you subscribe.